I have not heard of any police officer or firefighter complaining about the service they have from Verizon, and they're quite satisfied with the coverage for the territory within Houston, and so no, I've heard no complaints about that.
So during the negotiations or the bidding process, was it stated to the vendors that HPD and HFD's network was not in play?
No, it was not.
It was not stated?
It was not stated to my knowledge in any of the backflow sections. However, it is quite, we're in a similar situation if we stayed with Sprint because the police department didn't trust its network. And there is a cost associated with trying to move them from Verizon to another sort of service. And that cost was not going to be incurred by this administration, nor by the police chief or the fire chief.
So the other vendors were under the impression that they were bidding for the HPD-HFD network, but yet that was not in play, correct?
I would characterize the council member as if we had to make a change, we could, and they were bidding on it just as everyone else was. So I don't really agree with the statement that those devices were excluded. No.
Thank you.
Would it be fair to say that that was part of the consideration on what the best value was moving forward, was whether or not we would have to migrate those existing public safety services to the new contract?
Yeah, thank you for cleaning up my comments. That's absolutely accurate.
Councilmember Bradley.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Mayor. Director Thompson, thanks for coming up and indulging this year. You know, my colleague, Councilmember Davis, mentioned a cost, $9 million cost avoidance for the police department, or was it the police department? But I think that Councilmember Gallegos is onto something. See, if we knew that HPD and HFD were Verizon endowed already, and we were going to come and say there's a $9 million cost if we're going to change those platforms, then doesn't that kind of handicap the other vendors up front? That's rhetorical. My question more specifically is this. We spent millions of dollars for a number of years invested in a 460 megahertz platform for our radio system at HPD, where everyone else was on the 800 trunking system. And we kept investing, kept investing, kept investing. And about 25 years later, we realized we have proprietary stuff, and we have to back up and start over from scratch with the 800 trunking system. Are we not doing the same thing now? If we walk in and say, HPD and HFD, they have a platform that we so heavily invested in, we cannot back out of and get away from. We kind of stuck with that Verizon platform at HPD because you're saying if we were to retract ourselves, it costs an additional $9 million. So should we not maybe have that on a separate track is what I'm asking.
Councilmember, I would respectfully offer that as we do device replacement in vehicles, we will ensure that those devices are what I call unisex as it relates to the air card that goes in it. It's just the current environment has technology specific to that device. So we are taking it into account as we move forward to prepare for being able to access anyone's network. However, it was taken into consideration, as the mayor said, in our decisions to go with one proposer for all service.
But the same thing holds true. Whether it's 2 years, 1 year, 3 years, we're going to still come back saying, you know, we got to stick with Verizon and HPD and HFD. If not, we got to spend $9 million or 13 or 20 million, whatever it's going to be by that time to switch to somebody else because of sunk cost and infrastructure.
It is a sunk cost in the devices inside cars, but as we move forward and there's a device replacement, that device will have the capability of taking anyone's air card in versus what we are now. We are moving away from the proprietary, is what I'm saying.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Because I do want to clearly say for the record that I believe that Verizon offers some of the best services in the world. I've been a Verizon customer since 1986 personally, so I don't have a problem with Verizon's product. But also, you know, we want to say that the other carriers are good as well. And a couple of years ago or so, somebody was telling us why we should do Sprint. And they told us why Sprint was so good. And give rid of AT&T, Sprint's the way to go. With Kumbaya, move forward. It can't be beat. And that has turned out obviously not to be the case. Your response to that commentary,